What's up with the people, man? Uh, Welcome to Bitcoin for the Hood podcast, man. It's your boy Kevin, man. You know how we do it over here. Come talk to you about what's going on, the latest and the greatest. We're keeping it Bitcoin in reparations at all times, 24/7 around the clock. Will not be distracted. You understand? But what's going on with the people, man? How y'all doing? Y'all alright? Yeah, you know. I just wanted to come over here and talk to the people about the latest and the greatest. And the big thing they said in American history right now is the Maui disaster. So we go get into it because I don't think that was the biggest disaster that happened in American history. You know, but we gonna touch on that. Shout out to Spotify podcast, Spotify. Y'all can tune in there, hear me there. You know, when you're on your way to work, working out, job, whatever you may be doing. Tap in with your boy, you know, and hear what's going on about Black American issues. You know, that's all I'm gonna bring to you. You know, from Black American state of mind, right? Uh, you know, shout out to YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe. You know, leave something in the comment. I'm gonna come in here. You know, I'm gonna laugh or say something. You know, we ain't gonna do no back and forth, cause you know whatever I say right here, I'm standing on it. Y'all mean that? So it ain't no use to you really, putting nothing in the comment unless you agreeing on what's going on. Anything else don't even matter. You wasting your time with your little fingers, okay? Because over here, Bitcoin for the Hood podcast, I'm standing on what I talk about, period. You know, you, yes, you. I'm talking to you. Grab that phone, hit that Cash App, hit that Venmo. Wherever you could buy some Bitcoin right now, buy you some Bitcoin. Dollar, $5, $2, 10, 20, whatever you can afford. Okay? That's what I'm gonna need you to do. You know. Yeah, I wanna come talk about Maui though. There's some other things that's going on, you know, in the Black American, community. Okay? I'm seeing, you know, black celebrities, black American, big YouTube podcasters, all these types of stuff going on, right? What about reparations for black Americans? The biggest disaster in history was what happened to black Americans here in America. We got our language took from us. This happened to no other race but black Americans. We didn't speak English when we was brought here. And I was watching an episode of Judge Joe Brown and Dana, their little show. I stay tuned in, what's going on. And he said, why didn't they run, talking about the slaves, right? The ones that didn't rebel or, whatever it may be. They was brought to the middle of nowhere. They didn't know the land. Where they gonna go? They gonna buck up and what? Get a boat and go way back to Africa? What do you? I don't understand what Judge Joe Brown talking about there. You know, he lost me on that one. But yeah, Maui, right? Um, I don't care nothing about it. Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with Black Americans. You know, y'all don't care about reparations. I don't care about Maui. Okay? Until Black Americans get reparations, hey, I don't have no care about it. Maui, Bowie, Tapawi, none of that. Okay? What about reparations for black Americans? We in a disaster, okay? We out here in Tent City dying by the hundreds, okay? But it ain't being documented, so you don't know it's a disaster, right? Black Americans never got reparations in this country. That's a disaster, okay? Uh, what happened to black Americans after slavery? That was a disaster, okay? And what's continuously going on to black Americans today. This is why we're demanding for protected class citizenship, right? Because we're not treated like citizens because we weren't brought here to be citizens, okay? This is what's going on, black Americans. While you running around here uh, 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 acting like you care about Maui. You need to be caring about how you gonna pay that rent and get some food in that house and some gas in that car and that prescription that just went up on you at Walgreens. Yeah, let's talk about that. Why you worried about Maui? Why you trying to get your page up and all this BS? You don't care no doggone damn about no Maui. It's just a hot topic. So here you go. But see, here I go on the opposite side because it's reparations. I don't care nothing about no Maui disaster. Reparations over everything. Okay? Nobody cares about us. They say Joe Biden don't care. I know. Y'all surprised? Look how he treating black Americans. Do we care about reparations for black Americans? So what makes you think he gonna care about Maui and Hawaii? He don't even care about the people that built this country for free. Okay? America, the White House, built by slaves. Where he be at? Where he conduct his business at? Yeah, White House built by slaves, black Americans. And he said he don't give a damn. He said lock them niggas up when it was a war on drugs. Crime Bill Joe, 1994. I went to prison, 99? 1999. Thanks to Camilla Harris and Crime Bill Joe. Yeah, that's how it went down. Because it was never a war on drugs, it was a war on black Americans, mass incarceration, right? Let's get these Negroes locked up and we can get some of that free labor, okay? So, don't come talking to me about no Maui till we talk about how we go do this 6.2 quadrillion reparations for black Americans with protected class citizenship, right? And we good to go. Let's do that. And we could talk about Maui, Afghanistan, Israel, Pakistan, Japan, China, wherever you want to talk about. But you won't knock me off this reparation. I was just looking at I don't, you look it up on YouTube. It was a gunshot trauma. Uh, the hospital, the doctors was talking about how they deal with gunshot victims, right? And the one nurse, she said, when that patient comes in shot, ain't nothing else to work. Ain't nothing else. You can't come talking to her about Maui. You can't come talking to her about somebody in the hallway with one foot bleeding. I'm dealing with this gunshot victim. I'm dealing with it. This is emergency. Laser focus. Nothing else to talk about. You won't come distract me. And that's how black Americans need to move with these reparations. Okay? When they throw something at us, you hit them back. Well, what about reparations? Yeah, we gotta have that. We gotta have that conversation and let these people know, right? What about reparations for black Americans? Or don't come talking about nothing to us. We don't care about the voting. We don't care about none of that. Bitcoin and reparations, they go hand in hand. That's the digital money. So be ready to get your reparations and put it in Bitcoin. It go hand in hand. You can't beat it. You can't go nowhere without it. Okay? Coming soon. Digital revolution. Pay attention. Everything's digital. Your money go be digital. And that digital money will be Bitcoin. So, let's get ahead of the game, Black Americans. We always late to the party. We always late to the internet. Come on now. Right? And another situation I want to touch on, why I got y'all attention, right? Is the brother and his baby mama, his wife, or Ogun. He was on the Black Media show the other day, and he was talking about how he can't get a lawyer for the decapitation of his baby at the hospital. I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but I think the brother Black American, first name Ogun. I think he had a last name. I got his information here though for email. Last name Logan, I think. Right. So he said he couldn't get no lawyer to pursue the hospital about decapitating his baby at birth. They didn't pull the whole baby head off, cut it off. I don't know what they did. And then they trying to make it seem like it's his word against theirs. Right? He said Crump them don't want to jump on him. But how Crump them jumping on a Black American that's dead by a cop, but you can't go uh, jump on a malpractice case? Why? Because it ain't on camera? Brother them should have recorded it? I mean, what's going on? Because at the end of the day, right, we know he didn't bring the baby there with the head cut off. They'll be in handcuffs, right? They'll be in jail. If they walked in there with the baby with the head decapitated, book them down though. Straight to the interrogation room. And you might not be leaving the facility if you ain't talking right. Because we want to know why this baby head cut off. But then you go in there to give birth and the doctor take the baby head off and it's crickets. We can't get Crump on it. We can't get the NAACP on it. We can't get ACLU on it. We can't get Nation of Islam on it. We can't get nobody on it. We can't get named Black American lawyer. All these Black American lawyers say they went to school, be a Black American lawyer, but can't help this brother out with this, with trying to go after them with lawsuit and charges against these doctors and nurses. The hospital at fault. Where the smoke at? We ain't got no smoke. It's crickets. I'm just trying to talk to me. Crump and all you black lawyers running around here talking about y'all civil rights lawyers and all this. We got a brother. I hope he Black American. With his baby head decapitated, chopped off, cut off, pulled off. I don't know how they did it, but he need a lawyer and like ASAP. Black American, white ally, any other ally, whatever allies out there, people of color ally, all these, we supposed to have all these allies, right? People say they, are friends. Okay, well look, we need a lawyer over here. Okay, and I got his information. If y'all want his information, any Black American lawyer, any lawyers out there, Team Logan 1678 at gmail.com. That's Team Logan, TEAMLOGAN 1678 at gmail.com. And y'all hit the brother up. Let him know y'all heard about this on Bitcoin for the Hood podcast or YouTube. And let him know I sent him y'all way. And yeah, let's help that brother out, man, because it's serious, right? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't be having to talk to nobody. It'd be Bookham Dano, okay? Because it go back to this: Black Americans was brought to America to free labor, work, slavery, entertainment, uh, boxing, uh, basketball, uh, swimming. Uh, what else Black Americans do? Got some in baseball, uh, football. What should I keep going? Tennis, right? Entertainment. Entertain us, niggers. That's what y'all was brought here to do. If you ain't doing that, what's going on? Okay? If you ain't here doing none of that, we got a sale for you in a casket. Okay? For any of you Negroes out there that ain't entertaining, ain't paying no taxes, we got a sale for you. And it ain't the Holiday Inn. You ain't about to kick your feet up unless you got a medical. Now you got a medical, you good, right? But if you ain't got no medical, you going to work. Yeah, within 3-4 days, you getting a ducky. Yeah, hey, yeah, you going in that kitchen, brother, in the morning. Crack of dawn. Be there for breakfast. 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning for breakfast. You be there, okay? Because we got over 200, 300 inmates to feed. And then they got to eat breakfast and go to work. So, you know, if it would have been on the other foot, they would have came in there with a decapitated head decapitated, baby, it would have been smoke. Newborn, yeah, yeah, we're gonna need to talk to you, and possibly lock you up. You know, this how they do us. So, another incident on Twitter. I'm on suspension 5 days. Because uh, I said somebody need their butt beaten. Uh, I think I said she need her ass beat something, right? I guess that's threat, right? But I thought you can say what you want long as you don't act on it, right? You can say what you want to say long as you don't act on it. Once you act on it, then a crime has been committed, right? Now, your freedom of speech, you can't even say what you want to say. They put you on 5 suspension because this black girl was 2 kids. They looked like they was about 3 or 4 years old. She puts on this holographic like ghost, right? Scares the hell out of the kids. They screaming, can't, and then she closed them in a room. They can't get out the damn door. And, man, they jumping and climbing on that door, man. I was so upset. And I commented, hey, she need her ass beat for that. What Twitter do? You know, I didn't say she need to be killed. I didn't say she need to be put in a hospital. You know, and I'm hearing a dad is getting some slack because his daughter was doing something on the TV, dancing like the girls, twerking or something, and he popped her. Right? He popped that ass. Popped her on wherever he popped her. Let me explain something to you, Black Americans. This is what's going on with Black Americans today. This is why your kids don't listen to your ass today. Because they came with that child protective shit. You can't beat your kids' ass no more. We got our ass beat. We all right. You all right? I got wood with extension cords, switches, whatever my grandmother can pick up. And don't blame us. This what was passed down to her from slavery, from the KKK. Because remember, black Americans, grandma ain't getting no treatment from the KKK, and her mama, and them seeing, they brother, cousin, uncle, somebody hung from a tree, right? No treatment. They just watched their cousin beat half to death, back opened up, bleeding. Yeah, because we American made, right? Black Americans are American made. Whatever we learn from white Americans. We learn from America, right? Because we weren't able to read. So everything was taught to us was demonstrated. Okay? It was very hands-on. Everything was hands-on with black Americans. That's why we so hands-on with, because no treatment. I can't whoop my son ass, I can't whoop my daughter ass. But where did I learn that from? Why do I want to do that? Why do black Americans need that? Generational trauma passed on with no treatment. Okay? Like I told you before. People that stood on the corner from 9/11 and seen people jump out of windows in buildings, they go see the shrink. They go see a therapist. They get all this money for help. Okay? And they just renewed it, this year or last year, the 9/11 bill, for they can still continue getting money. Okay? For they won't be suffering like black Americans 100 years from now, 200 years from now, with the trauma that's been passed down, right? Because whatever that person's saying is whoever around him that's gonna affect. That trauma is gonna affect whoever he goes around. That traumatic event, right? We know all this about 9/11. We know all this about 9/11. But when it comes to slavery and the trauma from that, oh, what? What happened? Y'all didn't go through no trauma. You went through trauma? What? How? Not you. You. Oh, no, not you. You wasn't even there. My people was there. They passed it on down to me. And now I done pass it to my children and grandchildren. Okay? So don't tell us about this generational. See, that's one thing black Americans did inherit here. We inherited trauma. A whole lot of it, and we still dealing with it today. When I gotta sit and look at on the TV, George Floyd, the knee on his neck. When I gotta hear about all these traumatic events that happen to black Americans, it's reliving. It's still reliving what my grandmother and them, my great grandmother and them seen and went through. Because America has been nothing but traumatic and traumatizing to black Americans. The biggest terrorists in history, America, especially the black American. So don't come talking to me about no Maui. I don't give a fuck about no Maui. How about that? Fuck Maui. Now, just like y'all say fuck black Americans and no reparations and what y'all reparations, Oprah worried about it, right? She got land, money over there, right? George, what's that boy? Money Mayweather, he worried about it. Must be some money over there. He must got some land, houses and shit over there. He must have some tenants. Look like he helping a bunch of his tenants, right? But guess what, y'all? We need money towards this reparations fight. We need lobbyists for this reparations fight. We need commercials for this reparations fight. We need billboards for this reparations fight. We need protesters funded for, we may go to jail or get arrested. We can be able to bail out and things of this nature. We need these things funded. But what Oprah at? What Money Mayweather at? Maui. What? Why? Because it's a tax write-off. It's a chance to get a tax write-off. All I'm donating is a big tax write-off. You know that, y'all. Is that what's going on? A big tax write-off? Ain't got to pay no taxes this year or next year, huh? I wonder how much you could pay, how much you could put on your taxes in donations. Is it just for that year, or can you put enough for it to be a few years? I wonder how that go. I wonder how that go. You know, cause it's crazy, man. You know, we need y'all, Oprah, Moneyway. We need y'all over here in this reparations fight. Okay, that's what we need y'all at over here. And I just heard some other things from Judge Joe Brown. He was speaking on the gun situation with Huey P. Newton when they stormed the Capitol. And Judge Joe Brown said he was part of some other gun club thing. And they ask Huey, don't do that. Huey, don't storm the Capitol, like, don't do that. But guess what, Huey, with that ego, because Huey was an ego dude, from what I see, ego. He went in there with that ego, and they said it was a PR stunt. Now look at black Americans today in California. Can't even protect yourself. And these little niggas running around here crazy, starving, carjacking, sisters and things of this nature. You can't even protect yourself. Then they talking about a CCW in California gonna cost you about $1,000 if you pass all the tests they make you take. You can pay for all this stuff, and then they still say, no, you ain't passed the test. Then what? So, I don't want to hear about nobody donating nothing to Maui. I don't want to hear about nothing. We need donations over here on this reparations. Okay? So, if you care about black Americans, if you got so much care in your heart, let me put it like that. Since you're so caring, right? What's going on in Maui is so bad. Google what happened to black Americans. Google is English their native language. I'm pretty sure they erased it. It's probably erased what we used to. They probably didn't even know what we spoke, right? But we didn't speak English. My name wasn't Kevin, right? We had African names, right? But that's cool though, right? That's not terrible. I think that's very terrible. Imagine someone taking you and changing your name, your whole identity, and everything about you. This what you is now. That'd be terrible. And then I just did it to generations on generation. That'd be terrible. So, if we go have some caring and all this stuff, you know, where's all that for black Americans? That's all we want to know. Because we still over here demanding reparations, and ain't nobody caring about that. They telling us to shut up. So shut up about Maui. How about that? You don't care about black Americans? I don't care about Maui. And it's just that simple with me. You can't come talking to me about nothing but how we go do this 6.2 quadrillion, how we go do 5 million on the high end in California, or 3 million on the low end in California. with protective class citizenship on the state level. That's what we can talk about. Until then, I won't be caring about nothing else, man. And that's called staying on code. That's called staying laser focused. Okay? Like I told you about that doctor. When she was in there dealing with that trauma with the gun wound, you can't come talk to her about nothing else. Laser focus. So treat reparations like a gun wound, black Americans, and some Bitcoin. Treat it like a gun wound. Because that's what it is, and we bleed now. Okay? We bleed now. We need emergency surgery. And that emergency surgery is reparations. Y'all have a good one. Please share, subscribe. I told you I'm trying to get this to 1,000. So I can, do all the high tech stuff they do on YouTube. I can share screens and do all these type of things and show y'all what's really going on, what I'm talking about. Like what I said with the doctor, I had that clip up and ready, things of that nature. Um, but yeah, please subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter. I'll be back on there, I guess Saturday or something. They talking about 5 days. But follow me there, Twitter on Hood Bitcoin. Follow me on Damus, the Bitcoin app. That's okay right now. I can go over there and talk about beating ass, and it's all good. I ain't got blocked, nothing. So that's how you know it's all it's all control, man. All these social media platforms want to control you because it's okay to show Black American with their ass out. It's okay to show Black Americans fighting. It's okay to show Black Americans showing guns. It's okay for Black Americans to get on there. Anything degrading, it's all good for Black Americans. But holding Black Americans accountable, uh, uh, going against what y'all presenting to us, oh, blocking, blocking. And that's how you know they heavily watching me too. I know y'all, they heavily monitoring me, you know. But I ain't gonna hurt nobody and let nothing get hurt. My problem is with the United States government about them reparations. Okay? We out here starving to death. Our wealth will be at zero by 2053, and that was before COVID-19. So, anything I'm talking about or saying, it's got something to do with that 2053 day. And the clock ticking on Black Americans. I don't know what y'all expect us to do. Starve to death. What we supposed to do? Please tell me. Because you're trying to starve us out with immigration and artificial intelligence. Black Americans going to be starved out if we don't get reparations. So if you're a Black American out there, please don't be worried about no Maui, Hawaii, Bubawi, none of that. Reparations over everything. Y'all have a good one. Follow me on the platforms. Or I'm going to put in a link here too. I'm trying to do for Black, I'm trying to do like a give back for the homeless out here in Sacramento, California, and in Oakland, California. I want to get them some blankets, some umbrellas, some tents, food, water, all these things. We're trying to get back to Black Americans for the winter, because winter's coming. They saying it's already starting to rain in some places, so I'm trying to have this done. Uh, no later than end of this month, early. What's this? What's this right here? August. Okay, so no later than the end of September, early October. Trying to have all this done. The goal is 6K, um, and we can help these brothers and sisters that's out here in tents, with their children, they in cars, um, may need a room, may need a ride to the doctor. All these things, we're trying to do under the Bitcoin for the Hood Foundation. Um, and let's make that happen. So spread the word on that. Like I said, I'm gonna put that put the PayPal link in the description, and then I'm gonna put the Bitcoin link. It's gonna be an email that's to the wallet of Satoshi, and you can send Bitcoin as a donation too. So you know, we just trying to do what we can over here at Bitcoin for the Hood Foundation for Black Americans because no one has our back. It's always, you know, Black Americans and brown people, or Black Americans and everybody around the world, you know. So I guess I got to take the initiative to specifically do something for Black Americans in America because we need help. We're at the bottom. No one cares. We never got reparations in this country for the unjust that was done to us. And please support. What we trying to do over here at Bitcoin for the Hood Foundation because ain't nobody else go do it. Go get out there and talk to these people and give them blankets and tents and umbrellas and things they need out here and let them know that we out here fighting for 6.2 quadrillion reparations for you to be straight, brothers and sisters. So keep hope alive because a lot of them out there committing suicide. And it's just terrible, man. You know, living in the streets. You know, um, I'm blessed in my situation. But guess what? I could be in the streets tomorrow. Me and my family can be in the streets tomorrow. You know, all it takes. We one step away from a disaster happening to us, Black Americans over here in America. We over here juggling bills, right? So let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's not get distracted. Like I said, please share, subscribe. Uh, check me out on Spotify podcast and YouTube, and let's get the word out. Y'all have a good